UK in Rugby League news, the Great Britain Lions are being reformed for a tour of New Zealand, Tonga and Papua New Guinea. They're not playing Samoa, Fiji or Australia, which I think is a big shame. I think it would have been great to see the Great Britain side play the Australians. The history between the Great Britain Lions and the Kangaroos is intense, it's heated. Some of the clashes are legendary. But it's nice and positive to see the Great Britain side, play again. They haven't played for 12 years. They haven't had a tour down under for 13 years. The shame is I don't think there are going to be any Scottish or Irish players in it, and if there are any Welsh players, it could be a sprinkling. It's basically a rebranded England side, which is a shame. It's a crying shame. I think the way Rugby League has gone in the last 12 years, England are streets ahead of where they were. Absolutely, but Scotland, Wales and Ireland have not gone with them, and that's down to the Super League and the RFL here in the UK. They've put a lot of money into the England side. It's been a great shame that the Lions haven't existed for 12 years. Massive shame. And it's also, I think, a travesty that they're not playing Australia in Australia. That would have been a great series, but it's kudos to the PNG and Tonga that they are playing tests against them. It shows how far PNG and Tonga have come in the last decade or so as well, that they're actually getting recognised with tests against the GB Lions, which is great to see. But at the same time, I think not playing Australia is a big mistake. If Rugby League in the UK and in the Super League in general is to make money, because we've seen what's happened with Widnes over the last couple of weeks. We've seen what's happened to the Bradford Bulls since the GB team was last a team. It would have made more sense financially possibly to play Australia, but it is respect to Tonga and PNG, especially what they did in the World Cup 2 years ago. They fully deserve to host the GB side. I have nothing against that, but it's going to be interesting whether this is a one-off or the GB side is going to be here to stay, considering how much money has been put into the England national side and the fact that Scotland, Wales and Ireland have also, played internationals now, played in World Cups again. So the amount of money that's been put into the England side, are the RFL doing things right here? That's a question. But it is nice to see the GB jersey worn again. It's going to be interesting to see how they perform down under against three different nations. I mean, the styles of rugby league played by these three nations are completely different. It's going to be a test, and Tonga have come on leaps and bounds in the last few years. They really have. They've really on the verge of becoming a Tier 1 rugby league nation. It is a shame that Samoa and Fiji aren't getting tests as well, especially what Fiji did in the World Cup as well a couple of years ago. But it's going to be fun. But why has this not happened for 12 years? Why have the RFL here in the UK not kept the Lions going? Why were they disbanded in 2007? Because it's great history to wear that jersey. The rivalry between the Kiwis and the Kangaroos and the GB Lions is intense. And I feel rugby league's been lesser without the Lions around for the last 12 years. And, some of the battles on the field have been legendary. In victory or defeat, the Lions, the GB Lions have always, for me, when I was a kid growing up, it was great fun watching them on the telly. It's something that I think the RFL have missed a trick for the last 12 years. Yes, they put a lot of money into the English national side, and I completely understand that England, did better than expected at the World Cup in my eyes. They were stuttering at times in that tournament, but they got to the final, deservedly. They won a very good Test series against the Kiwis in November last year. So I completely understand why the RFL have gone with England recently, but for 12 years not having the GB Lions, I think, has been to the detriment of rugby league and the quality of rugby league in the Northern Hemisphere, because in my eyes, I feel the NRL is the better competition, has the better players, the better quality, the better skill, the better fitness. Super League still has a part to play, and it is a shame that for 12 years we haven't had the Lions. It's great to have them back, but not playing Australia, I am scratching my head at that one. That would have been a great money maker for the RFL, and it would have really got the fans on board massively. But kudos to PNG and Tonga for actually being at the level now to play the Lions. I think that's going to be 3 great tests, but the big test against Australia has not been taken up. So there's pros and cons here, but it's good to see the Lions back. Place your thoughts below on the GB Lions. I mean, I think it was a mistake not to continue with the GB Lions for the last 12 years. I really do, personally. But the way England have developed as a national side, it has been great to see. But the detriment of Scotland, Wales, and Ireland, I think the GB Lions was possibly a better option to keep going for the last 12, 13 years. But it is what it is. But thank you very much for watching. Please place your thoughts below. Please like and subscribe. And I'll have some more videos for you soon.